For the last 4 years of Russia's full-scale invasion of Ukraine, it's consistently targeted critical civilian infrastructure, including hospitals, schools, kindergartens, apartments and power plants, often in densely populated areas. By the start of winter, nearly half of the country's power grid was out of commission and 10 million Ukrainians were without electricity. Tatiana Pavliuk lives with her husband and her young daughter. She barely ever sleeps because of the constant wave of ballistic and drone attacks, day and night.
Life here in Kiev is not easy at all. We are struggling every day with electricity cuts, with no heating. During the day we have drone attacks, at night we have missile attacks. Today night we had this attack. I didn't sleep not at all. I slept for 2-3 hours, but in the morning I need to wake up, I need to prepare breakfast for my daughter.
Mayor of Kyiv, Vitaly Klitschko, says Ukrainians are freezing still because attacks have cut out electricity and heating.
This winter is one of the most difficult winter in the last 4 years for many reasons. First of all, we have massive attack from Russian Federation, kamikaze drone, ballistic missile, cruise missiles, attack our critical infrastructure.
This power plant is now no longer functional after several ballistic and drone missile attacks since August. On January 9th, the final attack meant that it can no longer operate, meaning that 300,000 people in Kyiv were plunged into darkness and left without heat or energy with minus 23 degrees. As you can hear, the air raid sirens mean that we have to relocate to a shelter, proving that people in Kyiv will never be safe until this war is over.
EU Commissioner for Crisis Management Hadi Labib delivered 1,000 emergency generators for use across the whole country as a short-term measure to keep hospitals, schools and shelters functioning. One such hospital in Kyiv she visited was forced to conduct surgery with a torchlight as Russian attacks meant electricity was cut. The Commissioner also visited Kyiv residents in the hospital who had been badly injured by Russian attacks in family homes.
It's very difficult to speak after what we just saw, wounded soldiers, but also a patient in very severe conditions because of this war. It's women, it's innocent people who are just living their everyday life. We just met a woman who has been targeted in her apartment. She lived in the 5th floor and a drone was entering in through the windows.
Ukrainian President Volodymyr Zelensky denounced Russia's Vladimir Putin as a slave to war in a speech to the Munich Security Conference. He said Russia had damaged every power plant in the country, saying Ukraine was doing everything to end the war, but so far there's no sign the Kremlin has any intention on stopping. Shona Murray, Euronews, Kyiv.
The aftermath of a deadly storm continued to disrupt parts of France on Sunday, with flooding concerns persisting in the southwest. The country's flood alert agency said it had been working around the clock for a month to deal with the impact of the incessant rains and winter storms. The latest data from Weather Service Meteo France shows parts of France have been under an orange or red alert for 30 days, with roads and houses flooded after the Garonne River burst its banks in the southwest. Soil moisture levels have reached record highs since data collection began in 1959, local authorities said. Meanwhile, only days after Storm Nils, Storm Oriana hit Spain over the weekend with torrential rains and strong winds of up to 166 kilometers per hour. The storm caused severe disruptions to public transport services. A red alert was issued in the province of Castillon as hurricane-force winds swept through the region. The storms have so far caused 3 deaths in France and Spain, leaving dozens of people injured in weather-related accidents.
Dana Eden, the co-creator and executive producer of hit TV spy thriller Tehran, has been found dead in an Athens hotel room, according to local police reports. The 52-year-old was in Greece filming the 4th season of the show, which follows a Mossad agent seeking to prevent Iran from obtaining a nuclear bomb. The cause of death has not yet been confirmed, and authorities say a formal investigation has been launched. Her death sparked rumors on social media over foul play, given the nature of the show's narrative. There have also been misleading reports in Israeli media stating that Greek police were investigating a possible link to Iran. International production company Donna and Shula Productions, however, released a statement dismissing any unfounded rumors about Eden's death. They've also asked the public to avoid sharing conspiracy theories and allow the TV exec's family and loved ones to grieve in peace.
At Warsaw's Lotna Gallery, any fatigue you might feel fades away. As you enter, you are greeted by a soothing scent, suggesting that show will stimulate your senses.
Zapach jest tutaj właśnie takim uzupełnieniem wspaniałych prac, które są bardzo intymne, miękkie, pełne półtonów i według mnie idealnie komponują się właśnie z tym zapachem, który stworzyłam specjalnie na tę wystawę.
The 44 paintings that make up the Pasithea exhibition are a tribute to taking it easy and letting things flow. Pasithea is the Greek goddess of relaxation, rest and hallucinations, the youngest of Venus's companions, wife of Hypnos, the god of sleep. She's a figure who embodies the idea that the artist tries to convey in her works.
Są one bardzo oniryczne, właśnie takie senne. Agnieszka też zaciera kontury w swoich pracach, to jest bardzo dla niej charakterystyczne i właśnie na pewnym takim rozmyciu i takiej trochę nierealności tych sytuacji oparłyśmy wystawę Pasithea. Chciałybyśmy, żeby to było takie właśnie zaproszenie do odpoczęcia, ale też takiego właśnie odpuszczenia, pewnej pozy, pewnej maski, którą na co dzień nosimy.
Agnieszka Apoznańska likes to work with lots of paintings at once. In the end, she says it's like putting together a puzzle.
Z każdą kolejną pracą odnajdywałam ten odpoczynek w jakimś innym albo symbolu, albo w innym właśnie intensywności koloru, fragmencie ciała i każda praca troszeczkę podpowiadała mi, jak będzie wyglądała następna.
The exhibition also figures the motif of a curtain, through which one can see the blurred world that the artist depicts in her work. Agnieszka Apoznańska's painting exhibition Pasithea is on until the 6th of March at the Lotna Gallery in Warsaw.
Although Copenhagen Fashion Week is one of the youngest fashion weeks, it has been running for 20 years. It stands apart from Paris or Milan. In Scandinavia, there is a strong emphasis on sustainable development. Copenhagen Fashion Week collaborates with Renown, a company specializing in digital products passports.
It's basically an e-label, so imagine the label of your garments, of any product, that it's basically digitized. So you have this possibility to scan a QR code or open a certain information page about the product that can be in any point of sale, so in the physical product but also online, and then basically open more information about that product, like who made the product, where it was made.
Telling the stories behind the manufacturing process is important, but it's equally important the consumers become part of that story.
In 2 years' time, when every product, because this is starting from the fashion industry, so this is why it's super relevant right now, every product is going to have a QR code. So what is yours going to say? So a lot of companies, especially if we look at the luxury high market and premium market, they're indeed asking what kind of experience do I want to give my customer and how do I want to use this as well for my product and my operations.
Copenhagen Fashion Week helps companies see fashion beyond the catwalk.
For us, it's been quite an honor and a pleasure to actually work with Copenhagen Fashion Week's team over the past year, because what Copenhagen Fashion Week is, it's actually a platform. It's a platform for who works in the industry, for the designers, and how to help those designers get to the next step of what the future will ask them to do and be successful businesses in Europe and beyond.
Most fashion weeks are brand-driven. Copenhagen Fashion Week goes beyond the runway.
Fallen.
I can follow you like a dog to the end of the world.
Fall in love. Are you feeling quite right?
What? Oh, yes, fine.
That's the greatest thing about being a producer is you get to watch a film be made from, the very first moment until the release and beyond. And being privy to Emerald's process in every step of the way is so amazing because she's a genius and a brilliant mind that I love to work with. I love to watch her work. Yeah, I feel very lucky.
It's genuinely been the greatest experience of my lifetime. And actors say that a lot, but I don't know, I can't believe it.
Working with both Emerald and Margot was just a dream because they were so open to how I wanted to work and really let me kind of just go ahead and follow my instincts. And I think it's such a rewarding process to work with people like that, especially two women who just we were also on the same page.
You want me to stop?